Correspondent Iris Mackler. Now, despite having been out of jail for 5 years, his arrival in Israel was unexpected, wasn't it, Iris?
Well, certainly the media didn't expect it. When Jonathan Pollard caught that private plane provided by American billionaire Sheldon Adelson, he and his wife arrived. There was no media to greet them. They kissed the tarmac and then they stood up to be greeted by the one person who was there to see them, Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. He said a prayer, the Jewish prayer that you say thanking God for releasing prisoners. He presented Jonathan Pollard with an Israeli ID card and said, "Now you're home." Jonathan Pollard said he was ecstatic, using his words, to be here and that he planned to be a productive citizen. So after 35 years, I think Israel is hoping it's drawing a line under this saga.
So how much did the Pollard affair impact American-Israeli relations?
It did have an impact, there's no doubt about that. Jonathan Pollard is the only person to have received a life sentence for spying for an ally of the United States. From the first, Israel had to apologise to Washington for recruiting him. Then after he was found guilty, Israel lobbied successive administrations, all of whom rejected this, by the way, but they lobbied for him to be released early. He wasn't. He was released after 30 years. He faced onerous bail conditions and he couldn't leave the state of New York, had to wear an ankle bracelet. He was very much limited. And I think there's some guilt in Israel about how he was treated, because partly it was their mishandling of him as a spy, as well as recruiting him. So it was definitely a strain on the relationship, and I think Israel is pleased that he's here and is hoping that he'll be quiet once he's here.
Iris Mackler reporting there from Jerusalem. Thank you.